Hey guys. Well, tonight's episode is the third season, fourth volume. It's the second part of the third season. It starts out with Nathan's talking on the phone with, I guess, the president, right? And he gets off the phone, and Claire is at the crash site. All the heroes have pretty much escaped, and Nathan's talking to the bad guy who wants to just kill all the heroes as soon as he catches them. Thinks they're all just mad dogs and wants to kill them all. And he's calling them terrorists. And Matt goes into a trance-like state and starts painting, drawing what the future is going to be. And one of the drawings is Daphne getting shot by the crash site. Now Daphne picks up Ando in Tokyo and brings him to Arkansas. And then they switch over to Siler, where he's still torturing that agent. And he's got the mother and son that now live in the house that his father lived in, or down the block from where his father lived. And he says to the agent he's going to torture the mother and son till the agent talks. The agent who was trying to catch him last week, but he tied up and like put screwdrivers through his hands and stuff. So after that, Daphne and Ando, they show up at the crash site, and Claire's talking to Nathan and her father, and the bad guy puts the gun up to the back of Claire's head like he's going to blow it off because he knows that he can kill her that way. And Nathan threatens Nathan threatens the man, saying that he's Claire's father. Pretty much the heroes are all working together. The ones that are left, you got the Indian fellow, Hero, Ando, Peter, Matt. Now when they show up and Daphne's there at the crash site, these bad guys start shooting everybody, and they shoot Daphne. The picture comes true, and they shoot Claire, but she can't be shot. She just gets better. But Matt gets pissed, and he goes inside their heads, and they all turn their guns on each other and start shoot each other up. They flash back to Siler, where he's now found out that the boy has powers, right? So the boy Siler has the boy showing him what powers he's got by melting stuff like that. Now, Tracy calls Nathan up, and while he's dressing down this bad guy, and saying that he better start listening to him instead of going off on his own and stuff. And Tracy calls up, he's saying that she's going to turn in Peter if she can have her old life back. It's kind of a double cross, because she just really wants to capture Nathan. But Nathan double crosses her back, and he's got a whole team of guys there, and they all get their guns, and they've got red dots on. They've got them on Nathan, Peter, and the girl. And Peter just takes off; he flies away, and now they've got Tracy. So they switch back to Siler, and now the agent, while Siler's talking to the boy, the agent's pulled his hands out of the armrests through the screwdrivers and grabs the gun, and the boy just melts the agent right there. And when Siler decides to leave, and the boy chases after him, saying that he wants to go with him and he can help him find his father. So they take the mother's car and they take off. So now the bad guys have Tracy, and Nathan is talking to the president, and he's kind of like, I guess it's the president, But then you see him talking to his mother, and his mother is telling him, well, you trusted in the president thinking that things were going to turn out the way you thought they were, but now they didn't. So now it's your problem to take care of it. Now all the heroes have gathered around, and they've got a text phone, and they're looking at Matt's pictures, and Matt's still pretty annoyed that Daphne's dead. And Peter gives them a pep talk that they've all got to stick together and work together, and they're going to take the fight to these bad guys. They're going to turn things around. And then they switch over. Claire's back at home. Claire's talking to her mother, saying she's going to get a part-time job and just, you know, take it easy. But then she gets a text from Peter, and she texts back, and you kind of see in the previews for next week that they all get back together again. And it ends where Tracy is in the back of this like truck or something, right? And they've got a hood over her head, and Nathan comes in and pulls the hood off her head and says that she doesn't know what's really going on. And then she starts yelling out, "Nathan, you're one of us, you're one of us." And that's kind of where the end of it, and they start showing you the previews. So I'm kind of looking forward to next week. I did make a video when I thought the president's speech was going to run into Heroes. That'll be on the Uncle Dave channel, and of course this will be on the Uncle Dave X standing for the numeral 10 channel. I thank you all for your participation. Hope you all had as nice an evening as I did, even though I did miss Chuck. Later.